What you're about to see are passionate, dedicated and trained people practicing and preparing to enter an extreme sporting event that may change their lives. Do not try this on your own without necessary experience and supervision.
Breathe in, breathe out. This moment's what it's all about. Born to be great, your golden waits. Don't hesitate. Xcellerate!
Set for the race, aim to give it all I got. Mind is set, gonna reach the highest spot. Working hard in order to fulfill my goal. Nothing can stop me from getting what I'm going for. That's being great. I was working till it's late, so I won't hesitate. Gotta get to first place. Hands on the golden plate. I'll concentrate. Won't hit the brake. Just move forward. Xcellerate. Welcome to Xcellerate. Last week, we followed 14-year-old table tennis player Ananda Kuse, who won first place in the top table tennis closed tournament held in Cape Town. Today we explored the mini racing in Killarney and meet 15-year-old mini driver Yonela Ntlanga, who competes in the Cape Health Drivers Racing event. Yonela is currently third for the season. If she places first in this competition, she'll gain more points and have added advantage of winning the racing season. Let's meet this accelerator.
My name is Yonela. My surname is Ntlanga. I'm 15 years old. I'm currently doing grade 10 in Nkwengwezi Secondary School. I stay in Danone. I live with my mother and my younger brother. One of our teachers in school introduced us about the Wingfield Motor sponsors who were looking for 2 pupils. As a girl, I was chosen. So that's how it all started. We were introduced to Mr. John Van Kerk, who's the owner of the Wingfield Motors. So he told us that you're gonna be part of the Wingfield Motor squad. I was very happy because it was just an amazing opportunity for me.
This talent for Yonela of the motor race came when she was 4 years old. So we live nearby Killarney racing. So she would hear the sound of the cars, and then she would jump when you hear the sound. Mama, listen to the cars, they are racing. And then sometimes when we pass by, he would like her father is tall and then to just hold her over the fence so that he can see the cars racing there.
I want to be the best female driver in Africa and in the world. The minute I start the car, it just feels so good. I start the race, drive with full throttle, and it's just so exciting. Racing is a very expensive sport, but luckily I've got a sponsor. Some of the gear I used for racing is racing boots, a racing suit, racing gloves, a neck brace, and also a helmet. My coach is Danny Van Kerk. I could say Danny is a very kind person, but strict when it's needed.
Yonela is very dedicated to the sport, always on time, always here to clean the car before a race, to help me to change a wheel if necessary.
I race once a month and I start practicing a few days before a race.
Yonela, I would like to concentrate more while she's driving, but I do understand she's a child. And that's okay. We must just come and practice before a race more to get them into the groove again, and they'll do better every time they go out on the set.
The race I am currently practicing for is the Cape Health Drivers Racing event. This event is important for me because I'm currently in the top 3 of the season. If I'm placed first, I'll stand a better chance of winning the season.
The upcoming race means a lot to me and to Yonela as well, because she wants to stay on the top 3 of the season.
Yonela's third in the championships, which is fantastic. So win will always be ours as well. But that's not my aim. I'll be happy if they can just finish races Yonela can get a third on the podium, awesome.
After the break, Yonela shows us her mini racing skills in the Cape Hall Drivers Racing event. Empa ha jwale, etela Facebook page ya rona, mme o re phethela ka papadi tseo amaneng le tsona. Get involved and we could be following your journey next. Welcome back. This is Xcellerate. Kajeno re mane Killarney, mme re tsamaya le Yonela Ntlanga ya dilemo tse 15 wa mini driver. Mme yena o tla be a amane tlhodisanong ya Cape Hall Drivers. Ha jwale, Yonela o maemong a boraro wa mokgahlelo ona, mme o ikemiseditse ho ba mampudi wa tlhodisano ena. Can she accelerate her way to the top?
Today I'll be competing in the round 3 of the Cape Hill Drivers event that will be held at Killarney Raceway. I'm one of few girls competing in this open race, and I'll be racing against boys and girls of different ages in the mini car division. I start my day at the garage where my car is assessed by my coach Danny and the other mechanics that works at the workshop. I'm driving a Mini. It's similar to Mr. Bean's car, but my one is for racing. My brother has come along for today for moral support. I climb into the car to make sure that everything feels right. After all the checks are complete, we transport the car to the track where I will get ready for the race. I park the car and head to the middle of the track for the opening speech. We are briefed about the rules for today and the safety procedures we need to be aware of. I head back to my car and head to the pits where I will wait for my first race. I'm part of the racing that is called funny car racing. There are 3 of us, Kiara in the red Mini and Sino in the blue and white Mini. Me and Sino have the same color cars. I get into my car and buckle up. I'm very nervous but also excited about my first race. My coach Danny checks that I am secure in my car seat while I put on my helmet and gloves. It is very important to secure yourself properly in your safety gear because of the dangerous nature of this sport. Once I finish getting ready, my coach gives me the go-ahead and tells me to enjoy the race. I ask Danny about my grid position. A grid position is your starting position on the racetrack. It is important to remember your grid position because once you are on the track, you must get into it as soon as possible. Danny tells me that I start in 3rd position. My brother quickly rushes over to wish me good luck. Danny straightens up my wheels and pushes my car into the driveway. The reason we push the car on reverse is for safety. It gets very busy on race days. That's why we push the car rather than to reverse the cars. My car has 4 gears, but whilst I'm racing, I only use gear 3. On average, I race 80 to 90 kilometers per hour. I make my way to the pre-race paddock. I wait with other cars in my division to be called onto the track. I feel very excited and nervous. I just want this race to start. We drive onto the track and drive as fast as we can to warm up our tires. We are led by a safety car that we must drive behind until the official start of the race. Every driver makes sure that they are in their starting position We slow down as we reach the white flag. We begin our official practice lap. Before every race, we follow the safety car and do practice laps to warm up our cars. We also drive the entire course in our grid positions to get a feel of the race. I'm feeling a lot less anxious and I just want to get this race started. The safety car veers off the track. This marks the start of the race. I rev up my speed and try to catch up to the blue car ahead of me. I am driving 85 kilometers an hour now. We curve around the track and the yellow car zooms past me. I fight to maintain my third position. We approach another curve and the gap between me and the two cars ahead widens. I do a tight turn on this curve. I want to get closer to the yellow car, but I also don't want to lose control of my car. I pump my accelerator as I take the curve. I am now driving at 90 kilometers an hour. I get closer to the yellow car but veer off my trail. The red car catches up to me and takes my lead. I'm not happy that I'm sitting in fourth place now. I'm worried that the gap between me and the cars in front of me is growing. I'm more aggressive around this curve. I want to catch up. I'm halfway through my race now. It's not difficult for me to catch up the other drivers. It's just that they have more experience than I have. When I'm racing, I don't change any gears. I always drive on third gear. I'm on my final lap. I give it one last push, but fail to close the gap in front of me. I cross the finish line. I drive off the racetrack and head to the pits. I feel disappointed about my position, but I have 3 more races to make up for it. I know my coach will be proud of me because I didn't crash on anyone and my car didn't break down. I unbuckle my seatbelt and remove my gloves. Danny and my brother congratulate me on my effort, but they can see I'm not happy. We get on the track for race number 2. For this round, I plan to hit my highest speed quickly and maintain a good lead. But this might be difficult because this time I start in 5th position. I'm less nervous during this second warm-up because I know what to expect. The driver in the blue car behind is driving very close to me and trying to intimidate me. We all want to win and I know that competition is tough, but I'm tougher. The safety car leaves the track and we start the race. I don't waste any time and I put the pedal to the metal. I can feel the blue car on my tail, but I must remain focused and concentrate on the cars in front of me. I drive faster on the straight parts of the course because I have to slow down on the turns. I'm driving between 80 to 95 kilometers per hour. The blue car tries to overtake me, but I position myself so that they can't get ahead of me. No! The blue car catches up to me. We are neck and neck. I put up a fight, but I lose my place. I am now driving at 90 kilometers an hour. The blue car is ahead of me now, and I sit in 6th place. I'm feeling a little discouraged, but I can't give up. This is my final round. It is tense on the course. One single mistake can cost you your place. My second race ends with me in 6th place. I thought I would do better this time. I'm getting frustrated. I go back to reflect and prepare for my 3rd race later today. After waiting a few hours for others to finish their race, it is finally time for my third round. It's dark now, but I hope that this will not influence my race because the track is well lit. I adjust my helmet and make sure that I am feeling comfortable in my car. I'm more nervous for this round. I plan on driving more on the inside of the track even though it's trickier on the turns. Danny informs me that for this third race, we will be competing for our starting positions during warm-up round, so I need to drive as fast as I can during the warm-up if I want to secure a good starting position for the race. It is time to get back on the track. I feel a little bit anxious now about the dark because I am not used to driving so late in the day. I climb up my gears to warm up my car again. I want to take full advantage to get ready. As soon as the safety car gets off the track, I accelerate. I am driving 85 kilometers an hour now. I'm tight on the turns and try to stick to my strategy of staying inside the track. I panic and I stray far, and the blue car poses threat once again. I've lost my place to this car before. I can't let them take my lead again. I stay on the outside of the track and keep my speed up. The blue car has to slow down because of the white car in front of it. This is my chance. I am now driving at 90 kilometers an hour. I bend it around that turn and I don't look back. We slow down as we get closer to our starting position. Our positions are announced over the intercom and I am first on the grid. I move to the front of the grid. The flag goes up and off I go. I'm feeling very excited about being first in the race even though there is a lot of pressure because everyone is aiming for you.
Yonela is hanging on tight to her current first position of her third race. Na ebe a ka kgona ho hata mafura hore a iphumane a le ka sehlohong. Re tla bona tsena tsohle ha re kgutla papatsong. Empa ha jwale, etela Facebook page ya rona mme o re phetele ka papadi tseo amaneng le tsona. Get involved and we could be following your journey next. Welcome back to Xcellerate. Kajeno re mane Killarney, mme re tsamaya le Yonela Ntlanga ya dilemo tse 15 wa mini driver. Mme yena o tla be a amane tlhodisanong ya Cape Hell drivers. Pele re papatso, re bone Yonela a itlhomme pele mokgahlelong wa hae wa boraro. Can she hang on to first place?
This time I feel more pressure from the red car behind me. As I go around the curve, I pump the gas and widen the gap. I don't want them to catch me this time. I pump up my speed to 90 kilometers an hour. Oh no, it's the blue car again. The blue car sweeps past me as we curve around the track. Ugh, no. The blue car gained distance ahead of me, but I can't slow down because the other cars are on my tail. I go faster and faster and maintain my second place. I pump up my speed to 95 kilometers an hour. This is becoming a furious battle. I catch up to Sinotando. He's part of our racing team. Sinotando has not been doing too well today and is in last place so far. I do all I can to maintain my speed. I cannot fall behind. I extend my lead from the cars behind me. It's the last lap and I'm determined to make second place. Race 3 is finished. I'm very happy about my second place position for this round. It makes up from my previous performances. I'm so happy with my position. This is my final race in the competition. It is much darker now and a little bit scary. But I need to do just as well, if not better, in this last race. My coach lets me know that for this round, I will start on 4th position on the grid. My coach Danny gives me some last-minute advice on how to pass the other riders. All I have to do is to race well and stick to my lines. A lot of things are going through my mind right now. There's a lot of noise and buzz around me. But I must remain focused. This is it. We leave the pits in our positions and warm up our cars for this last race. I just want to get this last round done. It's been a long, tiring day. The final race begins. I immediately hit my highest speed and aim for the second place. I am driving 95 kilometers an hour. I want to maintain a lead, so I stay close to the car in front of me, so I mustn't slow down. I'm worried about the turns because I have to slow down as I curve so that I don't lose control. The competition is fierce. The yellow and red car are catching up to me. I'm forced outside the track, and I fall back a few places. I am now tailing behind 4 cars. I'm halfway in now. I managed to get closer to the yellow car, but it's too fast. At this point, all I can do is my best and finish as strong as I can. I did well on my previous race, and I really want to do well on this race as well. This is my final round. It's the end of race 4. I'm not happy about my result on my last race, but I'm happy that the car did not crash and I didn't spin out the track. The race is over now. Despite all my efforts, I placed 4th in the race and don't get a podium finish. I'm a little disappointed, but I did the best I could. I'm looking forward for my next race so I can improve my results more.
Well done on your efforts, Yonela. You drove like a pro. And even though you didn't land a podium finish, you still tried your best. Success is not always in winning, but in never giving up. Next week, we meet 13-year-old rower Masood Suleiman, who competes in the Western Cape Rowing Championships. This is one episode not to be missed. In the meantime, check out our Facebook page for more news and views.